Disclaimer. The following footage contains opinions. These opinions are our own opinions and do not necessarily represent those of others or you. Please feel informed to make your own decisions based off of other people's input as well as ours. Once again, these are our opinions, and your opinions may differ. Thank you. Okay, so we are here with Quinn again. We're doing another tier list. For some odd reason, we seem to have gotten really well into these. And I'm looking at this from the perspective of someone living in the UK, and I'm going, what the hell is half of this stuff? I think this one is probably going to be a whole load of stuff that it's going to cross over one of like two different things, because I can make out that this stuff on the right hand side here, that looks like it's either chewing gum or what we call after eight mints. I could be wrong on that.
Those are not chewing gum.
Okay, what are they then?
They are chocolate with mint on the inside.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just do the first one, then the second one. Then,
yeah. Give me a second.
All right. So warheads. Warheads are great. Absolutely love them. Not enough to make it to S tier. Do A tier, because warheads, they're sour, and then they become sweet, and they're just really nice. But like, they're not always my first choice. Sometimes they are, but they're not as good as the things in S tier.
Okay.
Reese's Pieces. They're essentially M&Ms, and with peanut butter in the middle instead of chocolate.
Not entirely sure I'd like those.
They're like okay. They're like B tier.
B or C.
Like, yeah.
Low B, high C.
Yeah. Bubba tape. See? There's nothing special about it except kids like it because it's kind of like tape. And you can, like, take it and then split it, whatever. It's not actually good. It's cheap. It's... Ugh. 100 gram.
What
Never
is that?
had it. I don't know myself.
And that's the purpose of this NA tier. It's when we don't know enough about it to make a decision.
Yeah. Bazooka gum. It's better than the bubble tape because it's actually higher quality.
We don't have that over here.
It's essentially just bubble gum.
Right. So far, the
really
only
like
thing
gum.
I've ever seen... So far, the thing of the 5 that we've discussed, this one and the 4 on here, that I've ever seen in the UK is this one, Reese's.
Yeah. Reese's is really good, but Reese's Pieces, not so much.
Okay.
Gobstopper.
So this
like
one, where are we putting
Gobstopper.
the bazooka then?
Oh, Bazooka is B.
B tier. Okay.
Yeah. Gobstoppers are C tier. They're good, but they're kind of cheap. They're like the things you get in the little Easter eggs. You get them in Easter eggs.
Right.
They're
yeah.
okay. Sour Patch S tier.
I've never had those.
They're
like, I think they're like the Tangfastic Haribos, aren't they? The sour
yes.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
those are lovely. Those are absolutely
except
lovely.
they're better. They're so much better because they're softer. They're less chewy. They're awesome. Absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Hot tamales. A tier. They're a type of candy that's like spicy, but like cinnamon spicy. So fucking good.
Right. What on earth are these?
Tootsie Pops. C tier? Or no, B tier because nostalgia. They're essentially lollipops, but in the middle there's Tootsie Roll.
Interesting. Okay.
Sweet tarts, C tier. I don't like sweet tarts, but like I don't hate them.
I suspect you're.
Oh.
I get the feeling you're saving the D tier for some things you've seen later in the list. You are, aren't you?
Oh yeah. But there are like other things that would be there if they were on the list, but they're not. It's whatever. Orange slices. They're essentially just orange gummies. There's nothing special about them. C tier.
So this, from what I'm getting from this, is the C tier is your de facto tier. They've got to do something really special to end up in the D tier.
Yep.
And by something special, I mean be disastrously or be especially bad.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Fun dip. Fun dip, we're gonna have to put into the B tier because it's like it's better than the things in the C tier. Like I would choose it over the things in the C tier, but it's not as good as the things in the A tier and a lot of the things in the B tier. But it's so much better than everything in the C tier. So, yeah. Like, they could get their own tier. We're not going to make that happen because, yeah. But, like, yeah.
Could make a C plus tier. That would just cause more problems.
Yeah. Jawbreakers, C tier.
Aren't those, like, absolutely massive gobstoppers?
Yes.
I remember seeing a video of how those are made. Did you know they actually put wax on those?
Ew. Pop them to D tier. That's fucking gross.
That's what they do to make it shiny. I believe, anyway.
Oh.
That's
either in D tier.
In D tier? Crikey.
Yeah. They're, like, better than most of the things in the D tier, but I would rather have gobstoppers.
Fair enough. What are these?
Andy's Mints. S tier. S tier. My fucking favorite. They are York peppermint patties, except, like, green in the middle. And less, like, they don't melt as... Well, they melt so easy. But, like, they don't break as easy, you know? They're a little more sturdy. Like, the middle is just another layer of fucking, like, chocolate, but it's mint. And it's just so good. It's the stuff that they give you in hotels, right? On the bedside tables, or on like the beds and stuff. They put some of them there because they're so fucking good.
Right.
My God. Lifesavers C tier.
Those ones.
Yeah.
Lifesavers to C tier.
Those ones. The lifesavers that are not the Lifesavers mints go in C tier because there's nothing special about them. Like getting Dum Dums or something so much better. They actually, speaking of something that tastes so much better, Ring Pops A tier. They're essentially lollipops that are in a gem shape on a plastic ring. So you wear them as a ring.
And then you just nibble away.
Yeah, you can just lick on them. You know, it's the type of thing that you can eat in class, and they don't care.
Really? Because it leaves no mess, I guess.
I've eaten them in class, and they're not, like, super obvious. Like, you've got to have a kind of chill teacher, but, like, a teacher that's like, you can eat a ring pop in class, I don't care. As long as it's not, like, chips or something.
Oh, yeah, because they make an absolutely massive noise.
Yeah. And, yeah. Three Musketeers.
I've never seen those, actually.
Do you know the white stuff that's in Snickers?
I've never actually had Snickers.
The white stuff that's in Milky Ways.
Yes.
Yes, nougat
Nougat.
Yeah. It's essentially chocolate with nougat.
Ooh, lovely. Nice.
So it's not special, but it tastes good enough that I would choose it over, like, anything in the C tier, right? But, you know, Twizzlers, I used to pop those in D tier. But those are Aster's comfort foods, so they get a C tier for comfort, C for comfort, and also C because I'll give them to Aster if I get them.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
If they comfort my sister, then that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are those I assume those are Jolly Ranchers, and if so, those get S tier. They used to just get A tier, but my teachers always give them out as like prizes, right? Whenever you do good in like say in one class, if you get the highest homework average, you can go into this candy bucket and they always have Jolly Ranchers. I could do a Jolly Rancher flavor tier list, but
maybe
the ones that are
maybe
in
that's
S
one for
tier,
another time. I think maybe
there's not enough flavors.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna say is in S tier, I'm speaking about specifically any flavor of Jolly Rancher that is not green apple or grape.
Fair enough. I can sympathize with both of those. What on earth are these?
I think those are like Swedish fish, kind of. We're gonna count these as Swedish fish, but they don't have that many flavors of Swedish fish, so that's why that's confusing. Pop them in NA because I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, that's another thing we can use the NA tier for, isn't it? Just if we're not sure, we'll just throw them in there.
Yeah, just throw them in.
Okay.
Tootsie Roll.
What are you
Tootsie
doing
Roll
with those?
are C tier.
I've never had these.
Tootsie Rolls, they're too chewy. They're not good, but like they're not as bad as other. Speaking of other things, Mounds fucking gross. They are awful.
Those
at
ones.
least with almond, yes. At least with Almond Joy, you've got an almond. But those are just coconut and chocolate.
So, question: where are we throwing this? I'm guessing the D tier.
D. They're fucking disgusting. Like, there's nothing good about them. Like, I would rather fucking throw them into a lake and stomp on them than eat them. Fucking... Oh, another bad one. Fucking candy bracelets, candy necklaces. They're made of this cheap, chalky candy, which, if I want a cheap, chalky candy, I'm gonna go for Smarties because they actually taste good. D tier.
D tier. Okay. I've had those before. Those are what they give you, like what people in the US would know as grade school.
Yep.
Those are what they give you at like summer fetes and fairs and things like that. When you're very young, they give you that really chalky candy because it immediately breaks down in the mouth.
Yeah. If you like those, you're a literal child. You're a literal child. No one above the age of 6 actually enjoys those. And if you do, please seek professional help.
Ow. Maybe not that harsh, Quinn. Maybe not that harsh. Oh well. Next up.
Razzles NA. I don't know what the fuck those are.
Neither do I. Next.
Crunch. Okay, I have changed opinions on Crunch. They used to be in D tier and then they went to C tier, but now they're B tier. Because they actually do kind of taste good.
Oh.
And I like chocolate. They're like... I had these things that are like bunch of crunch. So it's like a bunch of mini crunch balls. And they taste so fucking good. So, B tier. Candy cigarettes.
I want to put those in D tier because no, if they're sweets and they're disguised as cigarettes, that's encouraging, in my eyes, that's encouraging smoking in young children. Which is why I want to put that in the D tier.
Yeah, I was gonna go for D tier anyways because, one, they're essentially encouraging kids to fucking smoke and shit, right? 2, they are cheap. They're gross. 3, they're making it seem quote unquote cool. Just pop them in D tier.
They're already there.
Yeah. Kit Kat's A tier.
Kit Kat. Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
not in S tier because S tier is my all-time favorites. But Kit Kats are up there. Pop them in front of Warheads.
Oh, they're going to the very high A tier. Ooh.
Because they're so good. They're like A++ because they're so good. They got so many flavors and oh my god.
The Kit Kat Chunky as well. Have I had those? Have you ever had a Kit Kat Chunky before?
I think so.
Think
Oh
Kit Kat,
God.
but supersized.
Oh my, yep.
Like about 5 or 6 times the height of a Kit Kat is a Kit Kat Chunky.
Oh my
god. Okay, let's move on before we start getting sidetracked on that. What the hell are those?
Smarties. They're the chalky candy of the candy necklaces, except actually taste good. So they're in C tier because I wouldn't have them unless I was like I wouldn't buy them on their own, right? But they taste good, so they're C tier. Like they're okay.
Okay.
They're not awful. I don't hate them. York peppermint patties. Those go behind Kit Kat.
Here.
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know what those are.
They're like a disc of chocolate covered minty cream.
Not convinced on that.
The cream is kind of like solid, but not super solid. So it's like it breaks in your mouth and it's very easy to eat. Not as good as Andy's mints though. Okay. Oh god.
Okay. No, I was saying okay.
Oh. D tier.
This one?
Yes. Dots. What? Dots are candy gumdrops.
And not one of our friends.
Yep, because other candy gumdrops actually sometimes can taste good, but dots are just so cheap and so awfully made. They all taste so bland. They're just fucking disgusting.
They're just bland. I think they might be more... Looking at them, they look more designed for young children who probably haven't got quite a developed palate of taste.
That's exactly what they're for. Peeps. Peeps. A lot of people don't like Peeps. I like them. But they're only C tier because they're not a candy. Peeps aren't candy.
Also,
they're
Quinn,
marshmallow.
I'm going to say this. We may need to hurry this up a bit because we're already at 18 minutes. Nearly 19.
Oh, okay. Cookie dough, S tier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you've had it.
You do not need to tell me that twice.
Yeah. They're so fucking good.
I've had cookie dough that is absolutely covered in chocolate. Like, thick chocolate. You can get them if you're in the UK. You can get them from M&S, and they are divine. The texture of the chocolate to the cookie dough just lovely.
Exactly. Starburst C tier because they're too chewy.
I want to put them in the B tier actually.
Place them in B tier
because they're nice. You know, if you just want something, if you want something. And you don't necessarily want to be sucking on it, you can just have a Starburst. Those are fine.
Yeah, they're fine. They're like not awful. They're not like D. They're high. They're better than everything in the C tier. Yeah, B tier.
Yeah.
Reese's S tier.
They are what?
They are essentially a disc of chocolate with peanut butter in the middle, but sweet peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Really sweet peanut butter that's almost like a solid. It's so good. Gushers
Ooh.
fucking D tier.
You don't like that one, do you?
They are fruit snacks. They do not belong in the candy tier list. They are sticky. They get everywhere. They feel awful. They fucking disgusting. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, what do we got next?
Lemonhead. C tier?
I don't know what those are.
They're lemon candy. They're like basic.
Those
There's
are
nothing
nice.
special about them, but
There's a different, there's a version we have in the UK which are lemon sherbets. Now those are lovely. Have you ever had sherbet before?
Yes.
You see why I'm saying that? They basically
Yes,
they have a very small envelope of sherbet inside a hard sweet.
That would be so good.
I'll have to get some and send them to you. Anyway.
Oh my god, international shipping fees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Airheads, A tier, because A for Airhead. Also, Airheads have so many flavors. If you get the right ones, so fucking good. Dum Dums B tier because they have a bunch of flavors and they're better than like a lot of things. They're just good and nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Hershey's Kisses C tier. There's nothing special about them. They're just chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Sour Patch. Up with the other Sour Patch.
I think there'll be different flavors, but oh well.
Fine. Yeah, it's the watermelon ones, but they're just more flavors of Sour Patch, and they're just awesome. Snickers, A tier. I used to put Snickers in B tier, but Snickers deserves A tier because Snickers, so many flavors, and oh my god. Twix S tier.
Oh yeah, yep. If you were not going to put that in the S tier, I was going to murder you. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like a cookie, but like I love cookies.
It's a caramel cookie. It is a chocolate caramel cookie, and tick.
Good. Nerds. Nerds are in a C tier.
That's going to be an unpopular opinion.
They're not good, but they're not terrible. Milk Duds D tier.
Milk Duds.
They always taste like the cardboard box they're in. They are so bland. They are supposed to be chocolate with caramel in the middle, but they always end up so chewy and they always taste like the box.
I remember hearing about they were so bad that they were used as a when I was listening to an audiobook of a series called Cherub, which is by Robert Muchamore. It's about like a bunch of teenage kids that are basically working for MI5. MI5 being the security service of the United Kingdom. It's basically the UK's version of the FBI. And they had to, one of the kids had to get a message to their handler, and they looked around the room. They had to get a written message or something. Or they had to, I think it was send a flash drive out. Right. And they were on the phone and it was like, is there anything that you can throw out? Yeah, there's a half-eaten box of Milk Duds. And that was what they used. They put it in the bin with the USB drive inside it, and then operatives dressed as bin men came and, or bin people, I should say. They collected it, and then data extracted, basically.
Yeah.
Next up, what do we got?
Fireball. Love those. Put them with the tamales because they're essentially the same thing.
Fair enough. Next up.
Milky Way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was going to put them in high A tier.
No, I love them. I love them.
Okay.
And my brother does as well. And my brother, I will say this, my brother loves them and he is particular as all hell. So if he likes them as well as I do.
If he likes them, then it's good.
Yeah.
Blow Pops. Yeah, Blow Pops. C tier because they don't they're just kind of gimmicky. Oh, Lifesavers gummies. They're better than Lifesavers. B tier because I like gummies.
Mm-hmm.
Pez. Oh, a lot of people are gonna despise me for this. Pez as a candy is D tier.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't taste good. It's so gimmicky. It like the only thing good about it is the dispensers. And those aren't even good either. Pop Rocks. S tier, S tier.
What's that? This one?
Pop Rocks. Mm-hmm.
Those are what?
They're essentially candies, right? Right. And they're little tiny candies, and they're all in this little pack. And all the kids they'd open them and throw them in their mouth because it creates a popping sensation inside of your mouth.
Mm.
You'd hate it.
No, actually, I kind of like it.
Ooh.
Is that this one? Or are we still talking about that one?
Oh, no, I'm still talking about Pop Rocks.
Okay.
So good.
I'll have to get them at some point.
Yeah, they're so good. Candy buttons, D tier.
Oh dear.
They are so fucking bland, and the paper ends up sticking to them. They're gross.
Mm-hmm.
Mike and Ike's, B tier. B tier. I like Mike and Ike's.
I don't know what those are.
Say about them. You can't say anything about them because they're like so basic.
Mm-hmm.
M&M's are A tier.
Yep.
Nothing else to say.
Fair enough. These are, I think...
Jelly bean.
Yeah, there we go. I thought that was what they were.
Fucking A tier. High A tier, but behind York.
York being... So that's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Good.
The fact you can get so many different flavors of jelly beans is just insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're going to ignore the wax they put on them. Whoppers, D tier.
D tier because Whoppers, they always taste like the box. They're just as bad as Milk Duds.
Mm-hmm. They're almost like the Whopper you can get at what burger restaurant is it that you get the Whopper from?
Burger King.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that
Whoppers
later.
are just worse malt balls.
Mm-hmm.
Those things.
What on earth are they?
D tier because they're essentially
D or B?
a little D because they're essentially just a wax, right? They're wax. Like you legit cannot eat the outside because it's wax, and there's like gooey candy on the inside. So you bite the top off, spit the top out, and then squeeze the can. It's weird.
Hell? Skittles. I'm putting those up there.
Yep. Taste the rainbow, bitches. There's another Skittles. Put it up there.
No, they're different.
Oh.
I think this one might be sour.
Sour Skittles.
Yeah.
S tier. Keith are B tier because they're good. They're kind of chewy. I don't like that. A lot of people are gonna hate me for this. D tier.
What are they?
Laffy Taffy. It's taffy. It's so fucking chewy and it gets all over your fingers because it's so sticky and the package always sticks to it because you can't get it out of the package and then if you're gonna if you like taffy, just get saltwater taffy because that's good and it comes in an actual good packaging that you can actually fucking open.
Mm-hmm.
Gummy bears are A tier, but low A tier because they're good, but they're so chewy and stuff, and but childhood nostalgia.
Yeah. What on earth is that one?
I think I had it once, but put it in NA because they're okay.
This looks like candy corn.
It is candy corn. I actually like candy corn.
I've had it once or twice before, and it's kind of nice. Yeah.
B tier.
B.
It's so you can't have too much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Almond Joy is the better mound, but like C tier still because it's shit. It's awful. I don't like it. But it's not as bad as mounds.
Okay. What do we got here?
Sour gumdrops, put them in C tier because they're better than dots. Pixie sticks, A tier. They're sugar. They're sugar in a package.
Oh no.
But they taste good.
Hershey's chocolate.
Put it in B tier because it depends. It's in the middle. It really depends on the type of Hershey's. Like, I don't like Hershey's Kisses. Too small. But Hershey's chocolate is so fucking basic. If you get the regular Hershey's milk chocolate, it's so basic. But, like, there's good Hershey's flavors. Cookies and cream. Hershey's Gold. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that has been very informative on my side, and also it's going to be some pretty opinionated stuff from Quinn over here.
Yeah.
This is our completed tier list for what those colonialist Americans would call candy, but what we civilized people in the UK would call sweets. I am, of course, joking. You call them whatever you like.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much for joining us. We'll probably have some more of these coming soon, because I get the feeling Quinn is enjoying this, as am I.
Yes, I've got a lot more that I can say.
So, tune in next time on Tier Listings. Thank you very much, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye. Say bye, Quinn.
Hi.